Good afternoon. Turn my volume is down. Having the last little bit of the Cantonese style noodles, a bit of hot sauce and soy sauce in them. Still eating leftovers. So, how's everybody doing? We thought we were going to be getting a free new thermostat, an ecobee, with the Ontario green energy program type thing. But unfortunately, our furnace, which is the original furnace with our house, to get a new furnace and air conditioner, which we are currently saving for, then we can get an ecobee, whether that program is still up and running and we get it for free, and they do an energy assessment and they check how much energy you're using now, and then gives you a list of things to upgrade, and then you upgrade them and you can get some rebates and stuff like that. But he wasn't able to do anything because apparently the old thermostat, like it comes, like we have a battery in there, like I don't know how long that battery's been there, years. But the hello John, but the furnace needs to have a power energy of 24 volts to power the new thermostats, and there's just not there because there's only one for the air conditioner and the split to the furnace and split to the junction box or whatever. Like he was like, yeah, I can put it on there, and he can't leave one because he has to take the old one away. Well, we need the old one to actually use our furnace. So we've been saving up, putting a little bit away because we know it's something we have to do. Because I mean, the furnace came with the house. The house was built in around '88, and the air conditioner about as old. So we know it's on its last legs. But instead of having to put it all on like a credit card, we are trying to save up so that we can, well, put it on the credit card, but then pay off the credit card, right? Because these places don't really, and you can't really take that amount of cash out at once. You have to take out like $1,000 at a time type thing. So that is what our plan is, but we're not there yet. Last summer we did investigate. Last spring we investigated and got some quotes. The prices are going to be roughly the same thing. Hey, retired and prepping, long time no see. So we know roughly how much it's going to cost. So we're going to just save up and just keep on saving until either air conditioner or our furnace dies. And then we'll look at, since we're already in the system for that program, we could possibly get a free ecobee thermos. I've missed you too, retired and prepping. I'm having some leftover ramen noodles type, well, the Cantonese style noodles. And I made myself a cucumber sandwich earlier. That was just not enough to fill me. I've been working all day, doing laundry and cleaning and sorting and I'm so distracted. I have like 8 projects on the go. I did manage to finish one. I did manage to change the toilet seat on this bathroom. I still have the basement one and the upstairs one to do. But I've got like 18 million things started, and just like kind of putting out fires. I feel like a fireman. Okay, what's more urgent? This is more urgent. This is more urgent because we need to have the furnace done. So I cleaned out that area and got that ready, and then we didn't get the new thermostat, so that kind of sucks. Yes, it's hot. It's still. I don't know if there's a heat wave. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Currently in Ottawa it's 28 and mostly sunny. Today it'll be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 29 and a low of 13.
This week. Which, hey Google, what is 28 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
28 degrees Celsius equals 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's only 82. It's been in the high 90s and hundreds since basically July 1st. We've had like 1 or 2 days of break. So we've had heat advisory warnings. It's been hot and miserable. And it's like normally here in Ottawa area, like I'm in the Canada, which is the west end of it. Our normal temperatures for the summer is about 25 to 28, 29. And then we have a couple that are cooler, and then a couple that are hotter. Like when we usually have a day in the 30s with the humidity index, because you always have to add like 5 degrees. So if it's 30 degrees, add 5 more degrees, so it's 35. Because we get humidity because we're in a valley. We usually only get like 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 days in a row of a heat advisory warning. Well, we've had a heat advisory warning every day but like 3 this July, and we usually don't even get that till August. End of August is where we get the heat advisory warnings, or the beginning of August, right around the civic holiday, or the second last week of August. It's usually our hottest time. Hey, puppy's breath. How's it going? Yes, that's what I was saying. Thank goodness we have air conditioning. If we did not have air conditioning, my family would be miserable. Nothing in this house would ever get done, and my hubby would be completely miserable. Yeah, they were trying to do a tranquilizer, but it wasn't working, and the moose injured its foot, so they had to put it down. Unfortunately, I'm like, oh, but that's something we don't see here often. And where it was located was at least 10-15 minute drive from any wooded area. Like it's on the highway that goes through Ottawa. There's no, like it wasn't like it traveled a good distance to get onto the highway. And it made traffic that's normally 3 or 4 lanes down to 1. So my husband was even late for work. I told him, like, yeah, you're gonna be late for work. Because right at that point in time, the buses just past the Pinecrest exit, the buses go onto the transitway. So they have to get past that area. Well, we've had definitely just leftover Cantonese noodles. Oh, just a second, someone's at my door. Hello. Okay, come and look. Have a good day.
Okay, thanks. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye. Hey, Ray's tribe. That was a furnace guy. He had forgotten some tools here. And I didn't really look after. He couldn't put the warning every yes, bring coffee and I do. I put it in the description. Yeah, no, we had signed up for the Ontario energy rebate thingy or something like that, and they'd give you a free new thermostat, either the Ecobee or the Nest or a Honeywell one, I think. And then they would do an assessment of your house of how energy efficient it is, and then if you upgraded things, you had like a year or two to upgrade some things. If you upgraded them, you got rebates. But unfortunately, the Nest and like the new thermostats require power to it. Our current thermostat uses a battery because it doesn't have a wire directly from the furnace for power. It just has a wire for the cold, heat, and something else. But unfortunately, the new ones require the um, the power. Well, our furnace came from when the house was built. The house was built around 1988, 89. So the furnace is 30 years old. The air conditioner is probably about as much, about 25 or 30 years old. So um, he's like, when we've been planning on, we've been saving. We last year we looked at how much it would cost for a furnace and air conditioner, and we've got like 4 or 5 quotes, and we know roughly which one we're going to go with when that time comes. But we're trying to save up for it, so we're not putting it all on credit card and then having to pay that off over so much time. We are hoping to save up for it so that we'll put it on the credit card and then pay it off right away, and then get points from the credit card. But it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be like something, I think it was like 10,000. So for a furnace and air conditioner, I mean that's what we're aiming to save up for, up to that point. We're just like crossing fingers that furnace and air conditioner lasts as long as it does, you know, because everybody, we've been told that the new furnaces and the new air conditioners, yes, they're more energy efficient, so you're saving money on your energy, but the amount that you're saving is maybe $10 a month, maybe, on energy, because the most expensive thing is on the bills is the transport to your house. See if I have an old bill, but they're like, yeah, to make up the difference of how much it would cost between the different levels of furnaces and air conditioning, you would never be able to make the difference from the midline to the high end. The midline is still really, really good because it's like 97% efficient, while the high end is like 99% efficient. So that 2% difference, you'd be only saving a few bucks, but it costs like an extra $2,000 for that really, really high end one. Well, you'd never, but your furnace and your air conditioner would die before you made up the difference. So we're looking at a mid-end, I think, furnace and a little bit higher end air conditioner, because that's what we we want more power of the air conditioner, but we're saving up for that. But if they die before we have it all saved up, we'll go this our usual route of putting on the credit card, but we're trying not to do that because we've got most of the credit card debts paid off. So, except for one, I think. So, that is how that is. And so, unfortunately, we didn't get a free furnace thermostat today. But we're still on the list so that when we do get a new furnace and a new air conditioner, we can contact them and get a new and free thermostat if the program is still running. Hey, Amanda. Just talking about air conditioners, like it's crazy expensive here. It's like $10,000. Well, between $7,000 and $10,000 for a new air conditioner and furnace. So that's what we looked at last year, and we just couldn't swing it last year. So this year we are saving up for it. No, we didn't get the new thermostat. It needed power from the furnace, and the furnace did not have any wire. Like goes to like the power is like 120 volts, and then it changes to 24 volts or something in the thingy, and it had the wire to the thermostat here for the air conditioner and the heat. But there wasn't one for direct power because our thermostat here just uses a battery, right? And the new thermostat needs power direct from the furnace for the Wi-Fi and everything. So when we do get a new furnace, then we contact them and get a new thermostat. It would have saved us a few $100s of a thermostat, but and that my husband would be able to access it through his phone. So, but right now we can't. Well, right now we can't afford a new furnace or thermostat to get right now, but we are saving up for it. That's our next big purchase. I guess I would call like kind of like like those who do Dave Ramsey. I'm not doing Dave Ramsey, but I've been watching a lot of his stuff, like or people doing it. It would be kind of like an emergency fund. We've been putting some money aside to save up for that purpose. Now we would probably still put it on the credit card, then pay off the credit card. That's our whole plan, is to do it that way so we can get points and stuff. But if either fails, the furnace or the air conditioner, in that time we will still put it on the credit card. But we've gotten most of that already paid off, so we still have one that has some stuff on and one of the line of credit for when we did our windows. he's a cursor. Dave says no. Yes. Well, Dave says no. But the problem is you need a furnace and an air conditioner. We need an air conditioner. So we need a furnace. So whichever one dies, we will replace it because the new ones are not made to last. So that's like we're trying not to put stuff on the credit card and trying to pay it off. But wow, it's 100. It's 82 here today, so it's actually not a heat advisory day. Actually, I turned off the AC today because it was actually cold, and I'm like, I don't need to spend energy on that. I'll turn it back on just before hubby gets home, so it gets the whole house cooled off. But I've just been running around, cleaning and doing stuff. It's been crazy. You have a heat warning? We've had one all week, except for I think it broke last night. Wow. The humidity is not too bad today, so that's good. Like I could actually go outside, like it's 28 degrees Celsius, I could go outside and sit and not be hot. Now, if I actually had to do anything outside, I would be hot. Well, I just checked my analytics. I have 10 hours to 4,000 hours. So I think by tomorrow, whenever they update the things, I will be at the 4,000 hour mark. And then I'll be on the waiting list for them to look at my account. I know, it's like, oh my goodness, it's been forever. Just taken so long. Well, awesome, Amanda. Thanks. Awesome, we got here 124 degrees. Ouch. Hey, Google, volume 50%. Hey, Google, what is 124 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
124 degrees Fahrenheit.
48 degrees Celsius um, with the Humidex. Without the Humidex, it was 44, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, you could fry eggs off your driveway or off your car. So, does anybody here have a solar oven? I've seen them, and I've contemplated getting one to try, like in the summertime and stuff like that. Or, if the power ever goes out. Because you could use it in the wintertime too. You get the sun. I'm just going to go. My channel has seemed to not be growing much lately. Mine, well, numbers wise, it hasn't been growing. It grew. It did grow a little bit. I'm still just over 1,000. I think I'm 1,080 subscribers. But I've been just over. I've been 1,030 or 30 something for like 3 or 4 months. Parent Private has a videos. Oh, awesome! Because I was gonna say, I've seen some people using them on their channel, and I'm like, that would be something cool to use if, like, when it's hot out. Why not let nature cook your food? I mean, I know it takes forever to cook, but it would be something neat to do with if you ever have a power outage or whatever, or zombie apocalypse. There's a video game on the computer downstairs on the TV that's like my daughter plays, and it's like Road to Canada with zombies. So it's like Americans moving up, trying to like shoot zombies while coming to Canada. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but she was playing it. I'm like, this is an odd video game. I'll be right back. I'm just going to put the washer into the dryer because that's all I've been doing. Yes, her camp counselor, that's Vaughn. He comes from Montreal. He's hilarious. Yes, they. I think they put makeup on him first, and I think they did the um, pie plate, and then she got to dunk water on. Yep. I don't even know if he's getting. I don't know if the counselors get paid much, but he's a good sport. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. I had to take the stuff from the washer to the dryer, and the dryer out of the dryer, and put stuff in the washer. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing today, is trying to catch up on laundry, dishes, cleaning, sorting stuff from the basement and from the living room. Got like 18 different things. I changed the toilet seat. I have 2 more to do. Yes, 2 more. It's just like, ugh. Yes, it is very tiring. Rowan's been very helpful. She brought the laundry here and helped collect some of it and helped to sort and tidy some stuff in the basement. So, because you know how it just gets overrun when you throw stuff in the basement in one section and then you have to deal with it because you don't want to deal with it at the time, and it just gets overwhelming. Done that with an extra bedroom. Yes. So when my kids shared a room, Abby's room was the spare room. It did hold my desk and a computer at the time, and a bunch of books and bookshelves. And then after time, other stuff was being thrown in there to be sorted, like stuff that was too big for Abby, not, but too small for Rowan. Like they were in between sizes or stuff, or stuff that was given to me from the kids, or presents that I purchased for Christmas or birthdays and I was hiding. It got overwhelming. And then Abby wanted that room. So then I had to clear out and all my craft stuff. So my craft stuff that I got long before I had kids. Okay, like when my mom was sick and that, I used to do cross stitch. So I have like Rubbermaid bins of cross stitch kits that she bought for me before she passed. So I would have enough cross stitch kits for till I'm like 100 or something. and so it was all my craft stuff. And then kids crafts and kids books. I know. Seriously, I'm like, um, then I got rid of a bunch of stuff, but most of that stuff got thrown in the basement so that we could put Abby in her room. And this was a few years ago, and then some of the stuff hasn't even touched. So we just took the top edge of it and like threw it like obvious garbage or stuff that had fallen, and then that was just not good. I still have to go through all the different bins and that, but that being said, um, that's another project to do. Now I'm just kind of trying to take the stuff off the top, like do the right now, because Rowan's gone through her room and there's a bunch of stuff that's in my living room right now that she doesn't want in her room that she doesn't want, but some of it like is still leftovers from when they both shared a room, her and Abby, or stuff that I thought was hers and it's really Abby's. So now Abby has to go through it and find out what she wants to keep. But see, Abby's room is like half the size of Rowan's room, so it's not very big at all. And then I just have to get the playroom figured out and sorted as well, so that then actually more stuff could be They actually use the playroom versus it just being for storage. Because it used to hold books and so she will, but the problem is, like, it's been on her plate to do it, and she puts it off and puts it off. But the problem is that it's being a wrench for me. So at some point, if she doesn't get it done, I'm gonna make decisions and just get rid of stuff, and then she's gonna get upset. So, but the problem is I don't want to do that because that's what my parents did with me. Like, they threw out shit all the time and didn't consult me at all ever. And I don't want to do that with my kids. But that being said, I need to take back some of the spaces because my life is getting overrun with not just my own crap of stuff that I have to deal with, but their stuff that they should be dealing with, and laundry and all this stuff. Like, this is why I'm right now overwhelmed with laundry, because there's been hiccups of other people's laundry. So now that at least, like, when Abby comes back, she has a whole empty hamper of clean clothes that hasn't even made it upstairs yet for when she gets home, that she has to figure out to put away, try on stuff. So it is what it is. I have to see your budget video to watch it. Oh, Amanda's budget video? Hello, Tom Cruise. I put a menu planning video. Meal planning. Yes, meal planning, not budget. Like, yeah, it's what's the plan this week. It Yeah, because my budget is only really what I have access to is really just um the grocery budget. Canada is good. I live in Kanata, which is the west end suburb of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Whereabouts do you live, Tom? Sorry. I have just leftover Cantonese style noodles. That is what I heated up from having leftovers. And I made a cucumber sandwich. Has anybody ever had a cucumber sandwich? It's like a tomato sandwich. I toasted toast, put mayonnaise on it, salt, pepper, and slices of cucumber. You're in Seattle. Cool. I've never been to Seattle. I have heard it's a nice metropolitan city. Well, I have coffee, so I didn't drink it with tea. But yeah, my nana used to have cucumber and tomato sandwiches almost all the time in the summertime. I'm like, oh, I'll have that. We got a bunch of cucumbers. She gets back Saturday night. So and I'm hoping everything turns out. Um, I tried to get a hold of her yesterday, and she was, I guess, swimming. She didn't get my call. So I told her she has to call us at some point today because we miss her. So, want to see what's been going on, if there's been any drama, you know, teenage girls, Well, there's teenage girls and boys at camp, and younger kids, so there's always some sort of something. Yes, she's having fun. So that's the good part. The recipe for some easy and healthy sandwich I could prepare before leaving for college. Well, like cucumber and tomato sandwiches are really easy to make. And you just have to, like, it's just toast with mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and either slices tomato or cucumbers. You can make a BLT, get some bacon, add some tomato. I mean, back to work. Okay, Puppy's Breath. Have a great day at work. Um, you could do avocado toast, which seems to be the millennial thing. You're vegan. Oh, so there we go. So you could have the vegan mayonnaise. There's a veganese. Um, or just put margarine, like a soy margarine or something. But mayonnaise does do it a little bit. You could do Vietnamese rolls, where you take rice paper wraps, some rice vermicelli noodles, some bean sprouts, some julienne carrots, and julienne cucumber, and lettuce, and basil, and mint, and just leave out the meat, because usually I have shrimp or chicken or pork or whatever leftover meat in there. Roll it up like burrito style, and then you dip it into a fish sauce mixture, which is usually uh, fish sauce mixed with sugar and lime juice and water and ginger and garlic. Spaghetti aglio olio. What's that? Hey Google, what is spaghetti aglio olio?
According to Wikipedia, spaghetti aglio e olio is a traditional Italian pasta dish coming from Naples.
Hey Google, what's in spaghetti aglio olio?
On the website allrecipes.com, they say, stir red pepper flakes, black pepper, and salt into the pasta. Pour in olive oil and garlic, and sprinkle on Italian parsley and half of the Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Stir until combined.
Okay, so it's like Bavarian pasta, like butter, Parmesan cheese, spices. Um, yeah, we do sometimes, but that wouldn't be vegan because the Parmesan cheese is dairy, and vegan is really hard to do. Vegan is not easy to do on a budget because, like, vegetarian is not too bad to do on a budget if you can eat eggs and milk. You can make a lot of things super tasty with a little bit of those things. No cheese, no spice, just olive oil, garlic, and spaghetti and tomatoes with a pinch of salt and red pepper. Okay, I was just doing what Google said. Well, I've never done it specifically like that, but I've done with Parmesan cheese, where it's oil, olive oil, and or butter, spices like Italian spices, and red pepper flakes, and shaky cheese, Parmesan cheese. You have a cough or a cold. Oh, so it's like the Italian version of chicken noodle soup. Yes, lots of garlic. Love garlic. I planted some garlic in my garden, and I am hoping that it um, it lasts till the fall. I also planted some onions. We use lots of garlic. I love talking about food. If you look on my um, channel, I just uploaded our menu plan for this week. Wednesday and Thursday days were switched around because I had planned for homemade pizza pockets yesterday, but hubby had pizza at work, so he didn't want them. So we ended up having a cold plate, which ended up being with some appetizers that were in the freezer, and and veggies and stuff like that. I don't eat to live. I live. Me too. Your mom's Italian. Awesome. Well, see, you could do a lot of Italian foods vegan if you eat a lot of pasta. So yeah, I we do a lot of like pasta puttanesca, which would not be vegan because there's anchovies in there. On pizza buckets, my daughter loves making them. She found a recipe that she likes making the dough. We make the dough and we make them fresh, and they're super cheap. Um, we make dough. We put a bit of spaghetti sauce on it, just like canned spaghetti sauce, like Primo or um, what's another Unico or whatever the store brand. We put that on with some pepperoni and or bacon and cheese and fresh cut up tomatoes and diced onions. And they're super yummy, and they're great right out of the oven because it just so um, that's what we're having for supper tonight. We were supposed to have that yesterday, but hubby ordered pizza at work. No, I'm not trained for cooking. I I just learned to cook on my own actually because my parents were divorced and my mom couldn't cook. My dad could cook, but my mom couldn't cook to save her life. So I've been cooking since I was 6, 7 when we first got our first microwave. And because my mom could only cook, the one thing that she could cook that was good was fries, hamburgers, hamburger fries and gravy. So hamburgers fried up in a pan with a can of gravy and homemade fries. Um, that's one thing that she could cook that was well. And made poutine, which is fries, gravy, and cheese, or cheese curds if you want to be authentic. um, but we would have a roast maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, and it was always dry because everything was either raw or burnt. It was either cooked for like many hours or not very many hours. So, um, she tried making meatloaf and it was so dry. Um, she tried. Um, oh, we had tried shepherd's pie. I hate shepherd's pie to this day. Lived off Kraft Dinner. Hate Kraft Dinner. and my kids love it because I don't cook craft dinner. They all cook craft dinner, something that they can do on their own when we're out, and they enjoy it because it's like a treat for them. Because I like making homemade baked macaroni and cheese. So I learned to teach myself to cook, and we watch a lot of cooking shows. So my kids get inspired with stuff like from Master Chef and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, mom, can you make this?" And I'll try and make it. I'll find the recipe, and I look at the recipe, and then I wing it. I don't like measuring unless it's baking, and then I have to. If you don't mind, can you talk about the very first memories of yours about McDonald's and what you think of different products back then? Actually, I like McDonald's. Well, no, I don't go to McDonald's now as an adult, hardly ever. We go to McDonald's maybe a couple times a year, and it's usually because we're traveling and it's something quick to eat, or it's like something late at night when we're out and we haven't eaten supper yet, and it's like 9, 10 o'clock and nothing's open. Um, but as a child, I like McDonald's. I like the Big Mac combo. Um, and when I was a kid, it was actually a fond memory because when my parents were split, they would exchange me at McDonald's because there would be one door, and they'd get me uh, um, uh, a Big Mac combo and sit me down at the table, and then they saw the other parent coming through the other door, and then they would go get their meal and they'd leave. So they didn't actually have to talk to one another. But I got McDonald's like on the Friday when they exchanged me for supper, and as well on the Sunday when they exchanged me for supper. So, um, so I enjoyed it as a kid, but I didn't get it that often. I only remember it wasn't all the time, but it was a lot of the time. And um, but now as an adult, my kids don't eat much McDonald's. Actually, um, my kids eat McDonald's 2, 3 times a year. When my kids wanted birthdays, they didn't ask to go to McDonald's for their birthday supper. They asked for Vietnamese, Indian, Chinese, um, Greek, Lebanese, shawarma. They asked for all that stuff. Never once have they asked for McDonald's for their birthday supper. Hey Momo, how's it going? How much was McDonald's burger costing? Well, I'm not that old. It was that cheap, but I remember like a Big Mac combo. You used to be able to get it for $3.99 Canadian. So I'm in Canada, right? So $3.99 was a Big Mac combo. And I just remember that because anything under $4, there was only one tax on it. You didn't have two taxes, or it wasn't taxed at all. I can't remember. When I was a kid, at one point, all of our prices at the stores had the taxes already in it, and then um, when I was probably about 8 or 10 or so, um, they changed it that they put the prices lower, but then they added tax to it. So then I just remember having to go to the store, and you had to add tax to stuff. Well, when I was smaller, when I was like 5, 6, 7 type thing, I could go to the store and get penny candy for a penny, like like one jube, one Swedish berry. Um, they used to have when I was a kid was neat was um, um, they used to have these sheets of paper. Basically, it was basically candy floss that they made into sheets of paper, so it was candy paper, and you used to be able to write on it, but then you could eat your notes, and it would like dissolve in your mouth. It was kind of neat. I just remember that as a kid, and those sheets cost 10 cents a sheet. Um, but when my mom was a kid, she used to be able to go to the store, to the McDonald's, and get like a burger, fries, and a drink for like $1 or something crazy, or less than that, and have still change. So the prices of McDonald's and things haven't, they've gone up, but not significantly. Like now it's like double what it was. Like right now, a Big Mac combo costs like $8 Canadian or $10, um, depending on the size of drink you get or the size of fries, and depends on if it's on sale. Like I think it's like $7.99 or $8, and then there's tax. Your mom kid? Did she? Yes. When my mom was a kid, there was McDonald's. Well, McDonald's came out when she was a kid. Um, but when she was also a kid, before McDonald's, there was another one. A&W here in Canada came out before McDonald's. So there was A&W long before McDonald's here, where in Ottawa. So what about you? What do you get at McDonald's since you're vegan? Just started storming. Oh, I wish it would. I wish it would storm. We need rain. Hey Google, what's the weather this weekend?
Tomorrow through Sunday in Ottawa, highs will fall from 31 to 24, while lows will be in the mid-teens. Tomorrow through Saturday, it'll be partly cloudy. Sunday, there'll be showers.
Woohoo! Rain on Sunday. It rained here. We had thunders and lightning storm. I think Monday night, maybe Tuesday night, and it rained, but it was not. Um, it was not enough. Like it didn't make puddles. Like it made a little puddle. Like in the morning when I got up at 7, there was a little tiny puddle, but the driveway it was just like was wet, and that was it. But there was no like the ground still looked dry. As Canadian people think about Justin Joy. There are people who like Justin Bieber. Um, there are um, there's people who don't. I personally don't care. There are some songs that he does that are enjoyable. I don't mind them. But he's not like, oh my goodness, Justin Bieber. Now, when he was younger, he was all, everybody was like, oh my goodness, Justin Bieber. But now that he's older and he's done some kind of crazy things and stuff like that, his music's still fine. But um, they they still enjoy that he's yeah, no one cares. The music, like if he came now, for example, if he came to Ottawa to have a concert, he would sell out because there's enough people that will go. Oh, Justin, I like Justin Trudeau. I like Justin Bieber. Justin Trudeau, he's not bad. He's trying to do he's trying to do good, and that's the thing is that taking over a government from a conservative government that had power for such a long time, he has to spend some money to make some things for the better good of the majority of people. So improving on healthcare, improving on things like education and stuff like that. Um, and I think he's trying to do good. I don't have any real issues. There's some things I haven't been completely 100% supportive, but nothing major. Unlike your president, which in the States there has made some crazy ass moves. That's tough. I don't know if he'll be reelected because there's a lot of people that don't like him. So that's the thing, is that there's a lot of people in Canada that were conservatives. That's why the conservatives were in power for so long. Um, and uh, they don't like some of the changes he's doing. So with that said, when he might get reelected, he'd have to. They do like how he's standing up for Canada and trying to make good choices for the Canadian population, and they do like the fact of the equality and stuff, and the things he's trying to implement. He's trying to make Canada better. He's trying to make the people better. Is a very intelligent man. Yeah, yeah. I am unsure about that. He doesn't know the difference between would and wouldn't. So, um, not saying my prime minister hasn't messed up before, but I don't I don't understand your president, um, and what he's doing, like what we see on the news. Again, we're in Canada, so we don't get, but we get bombarded, but we get the stupid, like his tweets. Like, that guy should just not be on Twitter. That's part of his problem, is that he's on social media and he doesn't have the fortitude to post on social media in a respectful manner. He's like, I don't know. You're being sarcastic. Okay, but I'm just like, yeah, that's like, see, and that's the thing. And then there's still people who voted for him and still support him, even after all the things he's messed up at. I don't understand. You know, but it's. I just don't. I don't know if he's just prepared enough for the job that he's in, because I don't think he's taking it serious enough. Like, he has all these advisors. What are they doing? They're not advising him well. Still my new. Oh, my silly kid. I'm, as a Canadian, we we are always kind of concerned of what's happening south of our border, because what you guys do south of our border affects us, because we are a larger country in mass, but not in people. Like, all of our population in all of Canada fits in the size of of California state. Your whole military is, I think, most of our population. Okay. Well, well, this is the thing. I've seen some things with his thing with his mess up with Russia, and how Russia has, like, his intelligence, the CIA said Russia meddled in the election in 2016. Well, there's people that still see that, and um, they say, "Oh, they didn't, they didn't meddle." It's like, well, when you have, like, if you have one person saying something, they could be wrong. Have two people, maybe they might be wrong. But you have like four or five, six different things saying stuff with proof, and you still don't believe them? I don't know how wise that is. But I don't think the people who do support him, I don't know how they're still supporting him, because since he's been elected, he keeps on saying he's bringing jobs and stuff, but he's not. There's some of the states, especially the states that are in the middle of your country, they're losing jobs. Like the steel workers and stuff, and the small businesses and the farms and stuff, they're losing jobs because they can't afford the different things that have been implemented. You know, you guys can't. You guys get ill. You get medical bills that you end up going bankrupt. You lose your job. You lose your house, and that's the part that there's nothing to back up on. Like here, at least in Canada, we will never, if we get sick, if we get cancer, we will never lose our house because we got cancer. Okay? If, like, we'd lose our house if we didn't pay our bills. But we wouldn't lose our house because we got cancer and had to pay medical bills on top of our house bills. That's the part that I don't like. That's like a fundamental right. Yeah. Maggi noodles. Yes. Those are the Indian flavored ramen noodles, eh? We have like Mr. Noodle here, and I think Maggi noodles, and like the store brands ones. These were fresh egg noodles from the grocery store, Cantonese style. Hey, Corey Survival, you're new. Well, congratulations for popping into my live stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah, those ones are yummy. They make a nice, yummy soup if you throw some veggies in them, like a nice curry type soup. No problem, Amanda. Try it from the Indian store. We have a few Indian stores here in Ottawa as well. They're super yummy, but also our grocery stores, the big ones, tend to have an international food aisle, and the way that is, like, it's a big huge aisle on both sides. So it starts usually Mexican, Indian, Chinese, and then on the other side there's Middle Eastern stuff, Caribbean type flavors, and European stuff. Oh, these are still leftovers. This is the last of the leftovers of the Cantonese style, like ramen style noodles. They were the fresh ones that I got at the grocery store for $1.49. Um, did we finish off all the udon ones? These ones were the Cantonese style ones. So I just added a bit of hot sauce and some soy sauce to them. Like, I cooked them up kind of plain as a side dish, I don't know, a couple days ago. And I had some yesterday, and then I'm just finishing off the day. I had that, and I had cucumber sandwiches. Well, sandwich cut in half, like cut into pieces. But that was just not enough food. I'm just finishing them off. So, Corey Survival, do you have a solar oven? We were just talking about that's something I'd like as maybe I'll put that as a list on something to have for like Christmas or birthday. I think it would be kind of neat. It's not always great weather up here to use it, but if we ever ran out, lost power, we'd still be able to cook. I mean, we could still cook with our barbecue too, but I don't, but I know how to make one. Oh, cool. Maybe you should make one in a video. I don't know how to make one. That's just eggs. I have Sushi here, my youngest daughter's cat, and she's been meowing for the past couple of days. So she's getting some petting, some love. She misses Abby, who's at camp. A lot of tinfoil. Hello. Well, yes, but you want one that's more substantial. My daughter did make, my oldest made it in grade 8 out of a Domino's pizza box. You put tinfoil. She made nachos in it for a science project. And it worked, but not as effective as those ones that you see advertised, where you could cook up a roast and stuff like that. And you angle the tilting things. It's too lazy for that. Well, it's something to have in your gear, I think, for to prepare for if there's ever a power outage or that for a while. You'd at least be able to heat up stuff. But yeah, it's something neat. But there'd be one more thing that I would have that I've had to find space to put. You know. Now if we, because it would be cool to bring camping and stuff. Um, but we don't do as much camping. Hey Steve, how's it going? Oh, thanks for the link to the top hatter. We found my camera. B, um, we found my camera first, and we did order another camera off there, like for about $37 to see how that works. So we're gonna see when that comes in. I think it said it'd be in the beginning of August, and see if we can get that um, all set up that we could use and see how it works. And we ordered a floating stick for when we go on vacation, so it would keep it floating and not fall if I accidentally let go of it. Because we don't go swimming where it's really that deep, but if it's ocean, I'm kind of worried that with the waves and stuff like that, the tide, that I might not be able, if it fell on the ground, I might not be able to get it. But 3 of them plus a couple other types things from there. Cool. Well, we did one. We didn't do a bid one. We did it of a buy now, so that's why it's like $37. I think it was, because none of the things were up for bid, and the stuff that was on for bid wasn't stuff we were really interested in. There was a lot of like jewelry and stuff like that, but yeah, it was cool. Some of the things that we looked did not ship to Canada, so the downside of living in Canada. But we do like Amazon. We've had actually Amazon.ca in Canada. Some good things from Amazon, and they have a really good return policy, and it's but we only buy it when it's cheaper than what we could buy in the stores. And they deliver to your door, so we don't have to pick it up. So it's great for people like me who don't drive. Well, see, this is what I don't understand. Like, so the difference between the states and Canada. So these companies, some of these things, uh, Time out there, Sarah. Yes, Amazon is awesome. My husband orders from Amazon. Like Christmas time, he does 90% of his Christmas shopping through Amazon. While I, on the other hand, do about 90% of my shopping locally at stores. Yes, I've heard of Wish, but I've not. So I know a couple of people that ordered some clothes from them, and the sizes were completely off. I don't know how to ban them. Because my options, how do I ban? I got put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. Well, I have remove. Sorry, I do have remove, report, and as moderator. I feel like which. Yeah. Is it remove? Do I remove the person? I was trying to be quick. Yeah, my girlfriend had a hard time finding clothes on there, but their appliances and accessories are nice. Well, see, that's the thing is like they say the clothes and the sizes are completely off, or the stuff that's delivered is different than the stuff that they picture. No, that just deletes the comment. Okay, so I go and remove. Remove would be banned. Hide. Hide. Okay. Okay. Cool. See, I'm like, I don't know. That's why I have you guys on here. Mom gave me a recipe of vegan coffee. Wouldn't that just be black coffee? Or coffee with sugar? Can you eat sugar? Well, yeah, because you could eat sugar because sugar comes from sugar cane or sugar beets or corn syrup. You couldn't eat honey because honey would be an animal byproduct. How is coffee not vegan? But no, she won't be back unless she has another channel. Okay, cool. So it's hide. Because I'm like, remove. Hey, CR, how's it going? CR, do you have a solar oven? Puppy's breath was here, but she had to go back to work. So she was here for about 20 minutes. That Sarah person, when they come in here and they spew hate speech, I don't accept that. Everybody is welcome in my channel as long as they respect one another. They can't be um, hate speech or racist speech or anything like that. Everybody is welcome here, no matter their color of their skin, their orientation, their country they live in. We like to have them here. Mortal. Hi, Secret Tomorrow. Yes, yes, I made strawberry jam yesterday. Made strawberry jam in the live stream yesterday. Welcome back. Just making sure I'm supporting you and I'm supporting you. You're kidding. Mama, should we put coffee in water and boil it over boiling water or coffee? Yes, Jen was doing yesterday. Um, you put the coffee in the coffee maker and you put the water in it and you let it do its thing. Or if you have a percolator, you boil the water. Or you boil water and you use instant coffee. But coffee itself is vegan. Um, and then you put some sort, if you're vegan, just put a non-dairy creamer in it if you like it. And add sugar if you like it. No, I'm not vegan, but Tom Cruise, which I don't know if that's his real name, but he's not. He's been chatting with me. Tom, he's vegan. I'm not vegan. No, see, I could be like, I'm second degree vegetarian. Cows eat vegetables, and I eat cows. Or vegetarian once removed, or meatarian. I do like my vegetables and my fruit, especially in the summertime, because they actually taste good here in Canada. In the wintertime, some vegetables and some fruit just doesn't taste good. It tastes like cardboard. I'm like, what's the point? And it's super expensive. So in the summertime, there's a lot more fruits and veggies on my plates than um, other times. But actually, almost every meal has a salad of sort, and the salad is fairly usually basic because my youngest doesn't like a lot of the vegetables. So you put like lettuce, tomato, cucumbers, and that's about the salad. You like okra? I like okra, but nobody else in my family likes okra. I love making curried okra. The vegetables, cows, and just exactly. You built grilled beef ribs. What did you season them with? Did you make your own rib rub? We have steak on the menu tomorrow, so just salt and pepper. Oh, you need to have some other spices in there. A little bit of cumin, a little bit of um, uh, maybe some chili powder or garlic. Tomorrow I have steaks on the menu. So I have that big, huge eye of round roast thing that I got at Freshco for $2.77 a pound. So I'm going to cut some into steaks, and the rest, like, because it's all odd shaped, like it's a kind of like almost conal type shapes, so go big and go small. Those other pieces, I'll cut them into small pieces, like cubes, for the barbecue for another meal. I'm going to barbecue sauce, but decided against. See, I'm not. I like a bit of barbecue sauce, and I like a little bit of the like the plain, like the craft one, or Great Value or whatever original, or the chicken rib one. But I always like to add a little bit of hot sauce because, well, I like my hot sauce, right? I like a little bit of hot sauce to give it a little zing to it. Having a burger, chips right now. Whenever I get hungry or I am eating, I head towards the food channels. Ah, yes. Well, on my live streams, I always give them put down to grab a coffee and a snack because we always talk about food. I live in an African American neighborhood, and my neighbor do some finger licking barbecue. Yes, I love hot sauce. What? Well, well, Seattle. Speaking of, well, I was gonna say Seattle has really good coffee. That's Sushi. She is very sad that Abby isn't here. Yeah, You were Tony Stark before I changed the name. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I doubt that that's his birth name. If it is, he's very lucky to have the same birth name as a famous um, actor. But yeah, don't go talking about Tony Stark near my daughter Abby. Of the Avengers, she hates Tony Stark because she thinks he's pompous. She loves Captain America. She loves Thor. Loves Vision, and actually she loves all of them pretty much except for Tony Stark. And it's because he's a pompous ass, as she puts it. And he's just in a suit and stuff, and he's just a rich person. Oh, and that uh, doesn't always think about others first. I mean, he was the one that created Ultron and stuff. Mom, you were telling about sandwiches. Oh yes. Um, See, you're vegan. I was gonna say you should make a yummy grilled cheese sandwich, but or you might get vegan cheese. I don't know if it would melt though. But a yummy grilled cheese sandwich is saute some onions and put saute some onions, put them on your bread. Well, you butter the outside edges of the bread. Put some sauteed onions in there, a little bit of hot sauce, and some cheese, and then put the other piece down and grill it. Oh, super yummy. But you'd have to find vegan cheese since you're vegan. I don't know if vegan cheese would melt. Um, yeah, tomorrow. Well, tomorrow on my menu plan I have subs. So I have a baguette that I'll be cutting up into pieces for sandwiches for tomorrow. I'm happy to tell that I programmed Jarvis for my all home stuff and for my phone. Like he does everything for me. It's like 2 years ahead of Google. Cool. Hey, puppy's breath. Puppy butt. You must have heard Steve talking about you. Cucumber sandwiches is just toast, bread, put mayonnaise, slices of cucumber, and salt, pepper, and mayonnaise on the other bread, and you cook them. You could also make cucumber finger sandwiches and make it like a roll. So you could take the bread and you can squish it down, like with a rolling pin or something, cut the edges off, put a bit of cream cheese on there, a few thinly sliced cucumbers, a little bit of salt, pepper, and roll it like a roulade, like a spiral, and then slice it, and they're like little finger sandwiches. Yes, your ears were tingling. You know that Sushi misses Abby when she is by my feet, getting petted by my feet. Yes, it's cool and it's refreshing. Same with tomato sandwiches. You basically toast, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and tomatoes sliced. And it's better if you can get the bigger tomatoes. Then you can cut one sliced tomato about a quarter-inch thick in there, and it will cover your bread. If you have smaller tomatoes, it's sometimes harder to keep your sandwich from falling apart. I was buying 2 T-shirts. Ah, cool. For how much did you get them? What is the longest time taking this? Making homemade stuffed grape leaves takes a long time. Takes hours. I have a video on my channel um, of me making some. I made two, one with meat and one without. But it took like 4 or 5 hours. But I made a whole bunch that made more than I think 2 meals for my family of four. So my family of four consists of 2 teenagers that eat like adults, because and 2 adults. So basically, like 4 adults. Rowan, sometimes my oldest, doesn't eat as much as my youngest, but depends on the food. Excuse me. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. Actually, I'll bring you with me. Oh, I'm not gonna step on you, kitty cat. Sorry. So usually when I walk, my cat, Sushi, doesn't like me. One says, sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? And the other says, how much stupidity I break out in sarcasm. Yes. My coffee I'm reheating. So I don't want to waste it. Oh, no. It's not Nescafe. I think it just wobbles. It's not, if you're wondering what that is. Price is better than Walmart. Yeah. So my fridge is completely packed. Want to see my fridge? Cream. See, there's still some raspberries, Parmesan cheese, there's feta. That's the jam I made yesterday. That's the one that's half jar. There's still some chicken, peppers, lettuces. That container there still has a whole bunch of lettuce. Cheese, iced tea, that's just Earl Grey tea with raspberry tea. And then we put a lemon packet. Get my cream out. My coffee maker actually makes also Keurig ones. It's this brand. It's the Hampton Beach Flex Brew. So I could make Keurig pods, or I make a pot. So it's either pot or single. But I don't buy the Keurig pods unless they're on sale and like dirt cheap. But also has a thing that you could fill up your own with coffee. I like the Kirkland brand coffee. It's this brown one here. I'll show you. 100% Colombian. What? 100% Colombian. This stuff is really good. Supremo beans. My floor is clear of stuff. My counters are full of stuff. My stove is clean, but then I got a box of stuff I need to put away on top of it. But underneath the box, because we were cleaning up stuff from the basement, so there was like stuff. Locally roasted beans, no brand. Okay. We sometimes do too. We get whoops. We get some from Lady at Church. Has a connection with some free trade coffee company, and the money goes directly to the coffee supporter, like the coffee farmers, coffee bean farmers. But it's not cheap. So she buys the coffee for our church. So our church is locally is ethically sourced, I guess. Oh, I know, Sushi. Here, you want to see Sushi? She's just lying there. Oh, sad. Hey, Sushi. Well, yes. She's sad. Do-do. Catholic. Christian. So I go to a Reformed church because I like the service, and the church itself was very accepting of my family. And just plug my phone in here. So it's not Catholic or Protestant. Is it plugged in the wrong way? I'm trying to plug my phone in. I'm trying to find the hole. There we go. I know my battery's low on my phone. There. I think Costco has some good deals on coffee. Yes, so that's the thing, is I like Costco's brand. It's the cheapest I could find. It's, I think, 3-pound coffee already ground for about $12. Well, here, if I go to Costco, not Costco, Starbucks or anything like that, you're paying $10 for a pound of coffee. So, which is not a great deal. So you have to kind of figure out the difference between, well, A, if you like the coffee, you have to like the coffee. But if it's in your budget, to budget coffee or get more ethically sourced coffee. It's kind of like the difference between regular and organic. I try and get organic if it fits into my budget. And certain things I try to get organic more because I don't want the pesticides. Because our family already has enough issues with other things. We don't need to add that. But I'm not going to go and spend a lot of money on um, on organic. If it's close to the same price, I might choose organic versus regular. Like I did that a couple of weeks ago on raspberries. They were 10 cents cheaper. So I got the organic ones. That was a couple weeks ago. We don't have Costco. I think Sam's and Costco is pretty much the same thing. And I think the way that, from what I've heard from in the States, from people I know in the States, that different parts of the country either has Sam's or Costco. And then some places have both. And then there's some other ones. There's Trader Joe's. That one supposedly has a lot of cool things, too. Oh, yeah, I'm going to move this over. So, TJ's, yeah, there's an Aldi's in Ogdensburg, New York, which is about an hour to an hour and a half from where I live in Ottawa, in Canada, or Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Two things that go hand in hand. Yep, me and coffee. I swear my blood is half coffee, half blood. Yeah, I wish we had Aldi's up here, but there's no Aldi's at all in Canada. I don't think. Hey Google, are there any Aldi's in Canada?
On the website CanadianGrocer.com, they say, if you've traveled in Europe, you've probably wandered into Aldi or Lidl store. Once upon a time, Lidl looked at coming to Canada. Instead, it's now heading to the US. Aldi is already in America, and some speculate its next stop will be Canada. Whether or not that happens, Aldi and Lidl are worth a closer look.
I wish that either one of them would come. Hi Ninja Master, how's it going? Long time no see. If you hear my cat, that's Sushi. She's sad that Abby is still at camp. Do you have a favorite cookie to bake or buy? Favorite cookie to bake or buy? I do like chocolate chip cookies. And I do like my mom's peanut butter cookies, which is the Kraft peanut butter cookies, the ones that it's basically peanut butter, sugar, and egg. There's no flour. There's also a Kraft peanut butter cookie that has flour. I like either of them, but they're both like yummy. Oatmeal cookies I don't mind, but I find oatmeal cookies are more of like a healthier cookie. Just so you know, if I start using nicknames for you, you have made my A-list. Oh, so I'm Stove Lady. Because I'm like, I don't have a nickname. I'm like, oh yes I do. It's Stove Lady. Yes, I do. I like making those for the kids because it's a little bit healthier. But my favorites are chocolate chip. And I do like Chips Ahoy, or here in Canada we have President's Choice. They're really good dunkable cookies. But I like chocolate chip cookies with milk and like to dunk them. True, and my favorite cookie is also any cookie that anybody else gives me. I will eat them. Oh yeah, speaking of cookies, if you saw my grocery haul on the 14th, those cookies I got that were $1.99, there was $1 off coupon, and that they were really good. Most of them are gone. I don't think, and I don't know if I even had any because we've just been snacking on cookies. We're bad, so I'll probably have to make some cookies. I might have to make cookies. I've got all the, see, I always have all the ingredients for cookies, as long as I have eggs. Because I always have flour or oatmeal, chocolate chips, sugar. I just have to make sure I always have eggs. Because if I do a big breakfast, sometimes all the eggs get used. Or if Rowan decides to make churros, then all the eggs get used too. Later, puppy's breath. So what is your favorite desserts? Apple pie. Hmm. See, I like Black Forest cake, but only a little bit. Um, Warm apple pie with possibly a nice slice of cheddar on top with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. See, that is super yummy. Ice cream? Okay. Cheese? No. See, try it. Like my mom, people think it's weird. A nice big warm piece of apple pie. You put a piece of cheddar, like real good cheddar cheese on top. The tanginess of the good cheddar. It's an American thing, I've heard. Cause my mom showed me, like, now I don't do that often. Usually it's just ice cream and pie, but with a piece of cheese, it does give it a little something different. For me, my favorite desserts, I love cheesecake. Chocolate cheesecake. Cherry cheesecake is fine, but I find cherry cheesecake, the cherries are too sweet. Strawberry cheesecake. I just love cheesecake, and I like the baked cheesecake better than the non-baked one. But cheesecake is very rich. But for dessert, we like butter tarts. Do you guys have you ever had a butter tart? My husband's favorite dessert is pecan pie. He's not a dessert person, but that he likes that, and he likes ice cream. So I have to take off for chat on Hangouts. Okay, well, bye, CR. Thanks for popping by, for sharing the love. You take care as well. I'll probably be on live tomorrow, 8:30. Possibly. There's a possibility. Um, so have anybody had butter tarts before? See, I didn't realize that they are pretty much a Canadian treat. They're basically like a mini sugar pies. Butter tarts. If you look at my grocery hauls from a few months ago, I usually buy them because they're my husband's favorite, the home baked ones. From the farm, I think it's called Farmer's Market brand. They're like a pie crust. It's basically a sugar pie. Butter tarts there's raisins in them and sugar, and sometimes, well, his favorite ones have like the pecans or the chopped walnuts on top. But typically they don't have that. They just have a nice like a sugar crust on, like the sugar pie crust. Um, like like a creme brulee, like you crisp, like you bang the sugar because it has that kind of texture on the very top that you have to break through sometimes. Like the really good ones from like the farmer's market or like a cafe, if they make them fresh, they'll have like creme brulee type of crisp crust that you break into, and then it's a nice gooey sugar filling. But those are to die for. But I was told, they're like, what? What's a butter tart? It's basically butter and sugar and raisins. I think that's about all maybe a bit of salt. I think that's all the ingredients in a butter tart, cooked inside of a nice flaky pie crust. Basically like miniature pecan pies. That's the other thing. Is my husband likes pecan pies, and he likes butter tarts, which are like, and ice cream. Other pies, he's fine with. We have usually dessert at my in-laws, so we'll have pie there. I rarely buy pie, and if I do, it's usually like a lemon meringue or a key lime pie, because we like the sour type pies, or an apple pie. And in the fall, we like to make an apple pie. Rowan makes a really good apple pie. I will not eat our pecan or pumpkin. Oh, we love pumpkin pie. We love pumpkin pie and pecan pie. Why? Why don't you like pecan or pumpkin pie? So I guess you don't like pumpkin spice lattes or pumpkin spice granola bars, pumpkin spice this, that, and the other thing. Here we get maybe about 4 or 5 in Canada. We just don't get the supply that you guys get. Like last year there was one that was pumpkin spice cereal, and it was like, everybody went crazy over it. Because we don't see that stuff here. It's like, how many flavors of Oreos do you guys have down there? We have like Oreos, and we have thin Oreos, and we do have vanilla ones. And like we have birthday cake ones. I think another 1 or 2. And that's about it. You guys have like 20 different types of Oreos. Because we've gone to Ogdensburg, like when I haven't gone down shopping since Trump has been in, just because, like, when my friend moved away, and that's the one I used to go to the States with often. So when she's gone down, I haven't been available. But we used to go down there and get all your different flavors of Oreos and cookies that we don't get up here. So my kids loved it because we'd have, and then I'd portion them out and um, savor them. I buy store brand sandwich cookies. Okay, yeah, um, I only buy Oreo brand when it's on sale, and we don't really buy a lot of cookies. Only when my family's starting complaining of treats and I don't feel like baking do I buy cookies, or if it's on sale. We do homemade cookies first. It's cheaper. To look for butter, nut, peanut butter Twinkies. Yeah, we've never even heard of that. That's not even something that we see here. Like, see, all of those cake pies and like those individually packaged stuff, we don't see here at all, ever. We it's kind of boring compared to the stuff that I see in the States, or from other people's grocery hauls that's from the States. I'm like, oh, I wish we had all that stuff, but we don't. Even the convenience stuff, like you have a lot of stuff that's individually packaged, like, 6 in a box or 10 in a box of the little bags. We don't have a lot of that here. We have a bit of like the goldfish and like graham crackers and some of the little cookies bags, but Some of the stuff I've seen in the States, it boggles my mind. It's not healthy, of course, but definitely neat. But we do more of, we prefer, well, it's usually just cheaper to make cookies at home. Like I can make sugar cookies and that. My kids like them. They used to like helping make them, but lately they haven't been wanting to do that. They just like eating them. I make a really nice lemon sugar cookie. And then you put like a little of the um, white icing on it. With a little, like it's a white icing with a little bit of lemon flavor in it. Yum, yum, yum. But I like lemon. I love lemon poppy seed cake. Uh, so, what? What are you having? Are you having the beef rib tonight, Steve? Where I should get Rowan to start making the dough to make her pizza pockets. I should get ready to start getting some veggies. I think I'm going to grill some veggies to go with supper. Because there's not too many veggies in pizza pockets. But, thanks for popping by. I'm going to probably be live tomorrow morning. If not, I should be live Saturday afternoon-ish. Definitely Monday, maybe Sunday. I am unsure. I don't know what our plans are for the weekend and how crazy that'll be. So have a great day. Thanks for stopping by and for hanging out with me. And feel free, comment below your favorite desserts or things you'd like to see me make, too. If you have any ideas for videos, comment below. I definitely will make, or at least try, to make whatever you guys want to see. Bye, friends. See you later. Have a great evening. Mwah. Bye.